Assalamu alaikum students. Today we have to read about the Ohm's law. What is Ohm's law? It was actually George Simon Ohm in 1826. He studied the relationship between electric current and potential difference across the ends of a conductor. He took a conductor and applied potential difference to the conductor, positive, negative, and then he gave a relationship between the applied potential difference and current flowing through the conductor. And this relation between electric current and potential difference is known as Ohm's law. According to Ohm's law, according to its statement, the current flowing in a conductor, if it is the current flowing in the conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across the ends of conductor at constant temperature. So the current flowing in the conductor is directly proportional to what? I, directly proportional to V, or you can say simply V directly proportional to I. The current in the conductor will be more provided the potential difference is more. The current in the conductor flowing it will be less if the potential difference applied. अगर छोटी बैटरी हमारे पास if the battery of smaller potential is applied to it, then there will be a lesser current. If a battery of large potential difference applied, there will be a large current, provided the temperature of conductor should remain constant. Why temperature should remain constant? It is an important issue because if the temperature of conductor increases, there will be more and more collisions of the constituents of this very conductor. As a result of once there will be more collisions, there will be more and more resistance. So there will be variation in the current. That is why the temperature of this very conductor should remain constant. If its temperature decreases or increases, if it increases, then there will be the more and more collisions of the constituents of this very conductor with the nearby constituents, and as a result of that, once there will be more and more collisions, as a result of that, that will be a large resistance offered by it, and once the temperature decreases, there will be less and less resistance, so current will vary within the conductor. So in order to have the same current through this very conductor, the temperature should remain constant. Temperature has to be constant. Now, mathematically, we can place it I directly proportional to V or V directly proportional to I, where V is the applied potential difference and I is the current. Or removing proportionality, we can use V equals to I, or the famous Ohm's law. Thus, the potential difference is equal to the product of current flowing through it and R, where R is the constant of proportionality, known as resistance of conductor. R is known as the resistance of conductor. So, or we can here say V by I, V by I is equal to R. Thus, we can define what is actually resistance. Resistance is opposition. Resistance is the opposition offered to the flow of charge. How much opposition is offered to the flow of charge by a conductor by a material that is called as the resistance. More the resistance, lesser will be the current. Lesser resistance, more will be the current. Or you can mathematically define it that the ratio of resistance of a conductor is defined as the ratio of potential difference to the current flowing through it. It is the ratio, it is the division between which one? The potential difference in current flowing through the conductor and its unit. If you are going to take its unit, so resistance unit is ohm. 1 ohm is equal to 1 volt. The unit of voltage is volt and that of current is ampere. Or you can say simply 1. This is the symbol for ohm, equals to 1V over 1A, or 1 volt per ampere. Thus, resistance of a current conductor is said to be 1 ohm if a potential difference of 1 volt is applied across its ends, and so that current in the conductor is 1 ampere. When a potential difference of 1 volt is applied across the ends of conductor so that current in the conductor is 1 ampere, then the resistance is said to be 1 ohm. But one thing you have to remember here, that from this, does it mean if current will be small, resistance will be more? If current will be large, resistance will be smaller? I will say one thing which is very much important. Resistance of a conductor, resistance of a material is independent. It is very much important. Resistance of a conductor is independent upon potential difference applied and current flowing through it. It's not that if the current will be smaller, then there will be the more resistance. I'm saying this, once we'll take this very material, its resistance is fixed. Its resistance doesn't change. But what will happen now if you are going to apply more and more potential? There will be obviously a more current. It is not going to reduce its resistance. It is not going to increase its resistance. If you are going to decrease already voltage, then there will be decrease in the current. So this very R is constant for a material. This R depends, it is having totally different factors which you are going to read out in coming lectures. But here the important issue is that R is independent of both. Neither it depends upon V nor it depends upon I. R is independent upon this very V and I. This Ohm's law is not a fundamental law. It is an empirical formula that holds approximately for good for many substances, particularly for metals. It's not a fundamental or universal law. So you have to remember here, this R is very much independent upon V. Neither it depends upon the voltage applied nor it depends upon the current flowing through the conductor. So simply Ohm's law states that the current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference applied. IC, the conventional current, you can put it I. So V equals to I into R, where R is the constant of proportionality known as resistance of conductor. What is resistance? Resistance is simply a portion offered to the flow of charge by material. Conductors offer less opposition. Insulators offer they are highly resistive to more and more opposition, and you are having semiconductors whose resistance is in between that of conductors and insulators. So once taking its unit is ohm. Ohm is defined volt per meter. When a potential difference of 1 volt is applied across the ends of the conductor and the current flowing through the conductor is 1 ampere, then resistance is said to be 1 ohm. 1 ohm is called 1 volts per ampere. And resistance of the conductor is independent upon the potential difference applied and current flowing through it. It's very, it doesn't depend upon the neither V nor I. This is all for today. Tomorrow will be with another lecture related to this. Till then, Allah Hafiz.